Hello friends, so here we go with the projection of solids. So here, we have categorized the number of problems into some 6 categories. Okay, so here we take the first one with the a square prism. A square prism, 35 mm side of base, 60 mm axis length, rests on one of its edges of the base, which is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Okay, so you need to be careful while reading the problem here. Okay, so rests on HP, one of its edges of the base, which is inclined, which means the resting edge is inclined at 30 degree to the VP. So draw the projection of the prism when the axis is inclined at 45 degree to the HP. Okay, so even so we have, this is a number 1. Okay, so we have 5, 16, 20, 24. So only the thing is the shape of the prism and a pyramid is different. So rest and all will remain same. So you can just read HP on one of its edges of the base, which is inclined. HP on one of its edges of the base, which is inclined. So HP one of its edges of the base, which is inclined. So HP one of its base, which is inclined. Okay, so means so everything will remain same. Only the shape of the initial solid will change. Here square prism, pentagon prism, square pyramid, a pentagon pyramid, and a hexagon pyramid. Means if you can understand a procedure for one solid, so you can learn all these 5 problems in that one. Okay, so now here the things to be noted here. So the solid is not like a plane. Okay, where so you can have a small space, so you need to just manage the space in the sketchbook also. Okay, so grid line. So normally what we say here is so start at least from the left side, the first line. Okay, so where we are going to do that one. So here we have a square prism. So already we have seen, just for a reference, you just assume this is a square prism. Okay, so where we'll be having one square here and one more square at the bottom. Okay, so if it is resting on the edge means so it will be like this. So one of the edge will be to the right side. So here we take to the right side. Okay, that's the first thing you need to note down. Okay, so here we are going to have the resting side, right side. Okay, and so here first thing you need to know, it's a square prism, side is a 35 mm, rests on HP. Next, axis is inclined to the HP at 45 degree. Okay, next the resting edge is inclined to the VP. That is what is important, which is inclined, which is means the resting edge is inclined. Okay, to start with that one, so we need to have a square of 35 . Okay, so this is a square. Just locate the center of this one with a thin line. Okay, so only the square should be dark enough. Okay, so as I said, so here we have one square overlapped with one more square. So we are going to name this top that is visible from here as a ABC. So A, B, C, D, and the one which is at the bottom is at the down, okay, which is invisible to you. So we'll write that one with a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so top is a ABCD and the bottom is a 1, 2, 3, and here we are going to take the center, that is the axis. So we'll write that one O with the O1, means the top is a O and the bottom is a O1. Okay, so just to dimension this one, so we'll take a line, closed one. Always we'll write above the line a square, small square symbol, and a 35. Okay, so once this one is done, you just project all these lines till XY line, So now it's a 60 mm. The axis length is a 60 mm. So you need to take a 60 mm from each point above the XY line. 1 and 2 means, so it was like this, so now it is looking like this. So you can see these pink lines, okay, 2 lines, and at the center we have a axis. So bottom line is a dark and the top line is a dark, and the center, see the center line, one big, small, big, small, big, small, big and a small. This is how exactly it should be visible. Okay, so now as already we have seen here, the bottom square corresponding to the 1 2 3 4. So you just see 1 2 3 4. So when you see from here, 1 is visible, 4 is visible, so 1 dash, 4 dash, and 2 dash is beyond that one, so 3 dash beyond that one. It is as simple as naming a square plane. Okay, and when it comes to the top, we have a ABCD. So A dash, so D dash, so B is here, so B dash, so C is here, so C dash. Okay, so O is outside the bracket, so O dash, and O1 is inside the bracket, O1 dash. Okay, so be careful here. The naming corresponding to the front view should be always above the XY line. The naming which are here to the top view, it should be well below the XY line. Okay, to dimension this one, just take to the left side one line from here. Okay, so say it is a 60. Okay, so now it is inclined, the axis, this line is inclined at a 45 degree. So this line is inclined at 45 degree means this is also inclined at a 45 degree. Okay, so normally we will take any one reference point here. Okay, so we need a 45 degree this side, so we'll take a 90 minus given angle. Okay, this is an important one normally. So here they have given 45, so 90 minus 45 is a 45. Okay, just take a 45 degree from the left side like this. Okay, so this is of a 90 minus given angle. Just for a time being, we just write it. Okay, so once it is done, you just take a line here. Just take a thin line here. Okay, so this point is a 1 dash and a 2 dash. Okay, so once this one is done, so now it is tilted. This is tilted like this. So on this line, 1 dash and A dash B dash will come. Okay, so first we'll do one thing. We'll take a 1 dash and a 4 3 dash here, and we'll cut it on this line. Okay, so now this is our 4 dash and a 3 dash. So we got these 2 points. We need to construct these 2 points. So what we can do is, so from 1 dash 2 dash, we'll take a dash B dash. So we'll cut one arc here, and from here we'll take the diagonal length like this. We'll take the diagonal length from 4 3, we'll cut one arc. Okay, so now we got this as a dash in the bracket B dash. So now from A dash B dash, take a D dash C dash, one arc, and from 4 dash 3 dash, take one more arc. So cut on this one. So now we got a D dash in the bracket C dash. Okay, so now just like this. Okay, so now take the axis line, that is a midpoint here. From each point we just cut one and one. Okay, now while taking this arc, you just extend this axis line till the XY line, and you have to just take the angle here. Now you measure the angle here. Okay, so see, it is 45, so write 45. Okay, just to make sure that this will fit here, so we're going to take the angle from the left side, that is the 90 minus given angle. Okay, so be careful. So if it is given as a some here as a 40 degree, so you have to take a 50 degree from this side. Okay, so be careful and make a note of this one. That's a very important one. Okay, so when this one is done, just to take a projections. Okay, so as usual, we'll take the leftmost and bottommost. Okay, so horizontal or less, so we'll take first horizontal lines. Okay, so now, so this is O dash and this is a O1 dash. Okay, so on this one it's a B, so you can see B, and on this one it's a A, so you can say it's a A. Okay, so this is a O, you just take clear, so this is our O. Okay, so this is a C and D. Okay, while taking the projection itself, you just drop it. So this is our D, sorry, C, and this is our D. Okay, so A, B, C, D is done. So now this on this one it's a 1, 2. So this is our 2 and this is our 1. Okay, on this one it's a O1. This is a O1 and this is a 4 and a 3. This is 3. This is a 4. Okay, so like this. So once you take the projection, so wherever they intersect, just make sure that you're going to drop the lines there. Okay, so now once this one is done, okay, just for a time being, I will erase this image. You are viewing from here, okay, that is from the top. So when you see from here, okay, it is something like this. Okay, so now you can see this square face. Okay, that is ABCD. So ABCD is visible. If you want, you can just write ABCD is visible. Okay, so now when we are taking like this, so this space will be visible, that is DC and 4, 3. So DC, okay, and 4, 3. So DC and 4, 3 is visible. Connecting that one will be visible. So now what we'll do, we'll make this one first dark, that is ABCD. Okay, irrespective of any face. If it is a pentagon, so pentagon face, or if it is a hexagon face. Okay, so irrespective of any face, when you are viewing from here, that face will be visible. That should be dark here. Okay, so once it is done, you see here it's a DC connected to the 4, 3. So D2C, okay, 4, 3, you can just connect here. Okay, and connecting those lines, so 4 to D and 3 to C, it is visible. Okay, why? Because see here, so 4, 3 and DC, so when you see from the front, it looks like a line. That is what is a line. Okay, so now here the resting edge is always invisible. Okay, it's a dotted line, that is a 1 to 2. Okay, so that is always invisible. So now O to O1 is a axis line, so you just make it here. It's a axis line. Okay, so what are the things to be noted here is, okay, so first thing, face nearby. Okay, so when you see from here, okay, that is ABCD. Okay, next will be DC and 4, 3 and interconnecting lines. Then the resting edge, always, irrespective of anything, resting edge is always invisible. Okay, so if you mark these things, you can do. If not, there is a one more method where you can see, once you draw this ABCD as a dot, this is a boundary. Okay, always instead of this one, you can say it's a boundary also. Okay, so boundary is always visible. Okay, so whenever we have any solid, okay, so like this means this is the boundary. Irrespective of anything, the boundary will be visible to the observer. Okay, so if you can understand these three things, then analyzing the solid will be very simple one. Okay, so that one is done. So now you can see the resting edge. Okay, so once again I will stress here. Okay, once you see the problem, Okay, so it is resting on one of its edges of the base which is inclined, which means the edge. The edge means here it's a 1 2. Okay, so 1 2 is a resting edge. Okay, that's an important thing. Okay, so now it's a 30 degree. Okay, take any point from here, right? Okay, so now it is a 30 degree. You just take anywhere here and take a 30 degree line. Just drop a line downward. Okay, so we'll write this is 30 degree. Okay, so now this square should be placed on this one in such a way that this 1 2 2 will be on this line. Okay, just see the space here. Okay, so the square should not touch to the xy line, so the space is minimum here. So what we'll do, we'll take this 1 2 3 4 above and ABCD downward. So now 1 2 2 is it's a 35 mm. Just take it anywhere here. It's a okay, so well below the xy line. Just make sure that it will not touch to the. So we'll taking here and we'll placing means 1 and 2 will come here, just like this. We'll take and we'll place it like this. So 1 2 will come here, 3 4 will come here. So we'll just measure what is the 2 2 3. It's a 25 mm. Okay, so from here to here it's a 45, means from 2 to 3 25, from 2 to B it's a 45. So what you can do here is so 45 should come down, 25 should be yeah. Okay, keeping at this point, so this is 25. Okay, and from here 45 means 5 1 2 3 4 here. Okay, so again from here, okay, 25 here and 5 1 2 3 4 here. Okay, now just join these things. Okay, so now you can see this 2 is done, 3 is done, 4 is done. Okay, so here, so B is done and A is done. So we need a CD to measure from B to C. It's around 29 it is coming. From here also it will remain same. So just mark 29 from here. So 29 from here. Okay, and just join these things. Okay, so A, B, C and D. Okay, so now we need O and O1. Okay, so now it will come anyhow in the midpoint. So this is 35, means it's a 17.5. so 17.5 means here it is. Okay, you just drop a thin line. Okay, so now from 2 line you just take O1, from 2 line you just take a O1, and from 2 line you just take a O, just take a O. Okay, from 2 just take a O. So now this is a O1, this is a O. So now mark this one as a axis line. Okay, so this is how exactly we can construct the square prism. Okay, just to see once again. Okay, okay, so what we did, on the 30 degree line we have taken 1 2, that's 1 2 35 mm, and we measured from 2 to 3 and 1 to 4, it will remain same. So we have taken here 25 25. On the same line we have 2 to B and 1 to A, that's a 45, 2 to B 45. So you can just take a 90 degree. Okay, keeping a protractor also, you can take a 90 degree. Okay, like this, and draw one line, and on that one you can cut the arc. Okay, so if you are comfortable, you can just take the scale and keep it like this and mark 25 and 45, 25 and 45. Just join the boundary, and from 2, okay, take a C, take a D. Okay, from 2C 1D, take the arc and cut it, and you will get this one. Okay, so once this one is done, so just to trace the projections now. Okay, so we'll take the topmost, okay, and the rightmost. Okay, so now the both are same, like so what we can do here, we'll have the horizontal lines. Okay, now 1 and 2 are on the XY line. So now first we'll take a 1. So this is 1 dash, 2 dash, so this is 3 dash, and this is a 4 dash. Okay, on this one there is a O1, so you just take a O1 dash. Okay, that finishes to this one. So now we'll take a ABCD. So we'll take a A. So A is here. So this is our A dash. So we'll take a B. So this is our B dash. So C. So C dash, and the last one is a D. So this is a D dash. So left with the O. This is our O dash. Okay, so now again, so we are seeing from here. Okay, so we are seeing from here. So again we'll apply the same rules here. Wait. Okay, so we'll see from here. So we'll apply the same rules. So face nearby is ABCD irrespective. Okay, it need not to be ABCD. If you take an ulta, it will be 1 2 3 4. Okay, face nearby is ABCD. So first ABCD dark. Okay, so okay, so now once it is done, so now trace the boundary. So from B it will not go to 3, it will come to the 2. Okay, so where is 2? So 2 is here. So B to 2, B to 2 is the boundary. So now 2 to 3 it will go, but it is inside. So 2 to 1 it is a boundary. Okay, so from 1 it can go to the 4, or it can go to the A. So A will be inside, so 4 will be the boundary. Okay, so next it will be T to 4, like this. Okay, so see here, when you stand to the B, either it can go to the A or it can go to the 2. 2 will be the boundary. Okay, next from 2, 1 is a boundary, and 4 is the boundary, and the D is the boundary. Now you can see 1 and A. So 1 and A, so will be here. So 1 and A is here. You can see even being from here means it will be near to U. So that is visible to you. Okay, so like this. Next, So you can see C and 3 is ear, okay, your ear, so that will not be visible, so that is a dotted line, okay. And 3 4 is ear, okay, that also you can't see, okay. Next 2 to 3 is also not visible, dotted line, okay. So next O is O to O1, so O to O1 is a axis line like this. This is how exactly it is visible, okay. So very important thing is to analyze the views, okay. So when you see from here, so ABCD, that is face nearby, so same rules. So ABCD you make it dark, okay. So next trace the boundary B to 2, 2 to 1, 1 to 4 and 4 to D. Then you just see A to 1 it is connecting, A to 1 is here only, so A to 1 will be visible. So once this one is done, so you can go with the C3, okay. So C3, 3 4, 3 2 or here, okay. When you stand here, those things are away from you, you can make it a dotted, okay. And one more easy thing is, so you might have seen, okay, this is like a Mercedes symbol, okay. So either we can have a like this, okay, you can have a 3 dark lines or 3 dotted lines, okay. So if this is one is a dotted line, remaining 2 will be dotted line unless these two are a boundary. If these two are a boundary, then these things will be dark like this, 1 dotted and 2 dark. If not, all the 3 will be dotted line, okay. So if you take the same with here also, so if there is a 1 dark line, remaining 2 will be dark line itself. Say for example, we'll apply these two rules here. So if I take a B point, so B to C, B to A, B to 2, so all the 3 lines are dark, okay. So if you take here 3 to C, 3 to C is a dotted line, so according to these rules, these two should be dotted, but these two are a boundary, so it is a dark line, like this rule, okay. So if you take a 3, so 3 to C, 3 to 2, 3 to 4, all are dotted line, so this one, okay. So if you apply this one, it will be easily understandable by you, okay. And one more easy thing is, so once if you get any dark line, say for example, we have marked this one A to D and A to B, okay. So when this one is darker, the lines which are below that one always will be dotted, okay. So there will not be any dotted line which is coming above this one, okay. So this is a very simple, as we have 2 fingers crossed like this, okay. So this finger will be visible and this finger will not be visible, okay. You will not be having any chance like this finger is invisible and this finger is visible, okay. So when we have a overlapping here like this, okay, always this will be visible, okay. So this just like this, okay. So always the pencil will be visible, the finger will not be visible because that is below that one, like that. So if this pencil will be dark line, this finger will be dotted line. So once if you draw anything with the dark line, below whichever the lines are coming, it's a dotted line, okay. So if you can understand these things, okay, so this is the problem number 1. So you can solve problem number 5 and 16 and 20 and 24, okay. So these 3 are pyramids, okay, and remaining these 2 are prisms, okay. So but the procedure will remain same, okay. Thank you.